Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos plays matchmaker for 3 couples. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos found her second love on her journey. She and Chalk Chapel are engaged and beginning their life together. There were 23 other men who left the mansion single. The women from the Golden Bachelor asked Joan if any would be good matches for them. Turns out that Joan is pretty good at matchmaking. She potentially has hooked up 3 couples. Keep reading to find out more. Joan Vassos plays matchmaker. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos seems to be pretty good at matching couples up. Who meets a golden paradise when they already have Joan fixing them up? She spoke about it all to US Weekly during a recent photoshoot. Joan said, "As far as who the men are already in relationships, there are many. Mark Anderson is reportedly dating One Tree Hill star Barbara Alyn Woods. Jonathan Roan is also in a relationship already and is very happy. Now, it seems like even Guy Gansard may have found love all on his own. Who will be the Golden Bachelor?" With all the men from Joan Vassos' season of The Golden Bachelorette getting involved in relationships, the choices for the Golden Bachelor are dwindling. Many thought that Mark Anderson would get the leading role. However, that changed when he was seen out with Barbara on numerous occasions. There are still many hoping Charles Ling will be given the opportunity. He won the hearts of many with his sweet demeanor and genuine personality. Chalk Chapel also thinks that Keith Corden could be a good option for the lead. Overall, he and Joan said there are so many men who would do an incredible job. So far, ABC has yet to comment and announce a name for the lead for Season 2. Joan Vassos had always been a force to be reckoned with. From her dazzling smile to her quick wit, she captivated audiences as the inaugural Golden Bachelorette. Though her own romantic journey concluded with a whirlwind engagement to Charles Ling, Joan's love story was only the beginning of her role in shaping hearts and futures. Unbeknownst to her adoring fans, Joan had a knack for matchmaking, one she decided to fully embrace. Months after her season wrapped, Joan quietly began orchestrating connections within Bachelor Nation and beyond. While roses were traditionally reserved for the show's leads, Joan carried a metaphorical bouquet everywhere she went, carefully selecting matches that others might overlook. By the time her unofficial matchmaking debut was revealed, she'd already facilitated the blossoming of 3 uniquely enchanting relationships. Couple number 1, Nancy Hulkower and Chalk Chapel. Nancy Hulkower, a vivacious and fiercely independent woman from Joan's season, had left the show after her connection with Charles fizzled. While she remained a fan favorite, Nancy had retreated into her artistic world, painting landscapes that mirrored her colorful personality. Chalk Chapel, another contestant, had been sent home after his quirky sense of humor didn't align with Joan's. Chalk, an avid collector of antique typewriters, spent his days restoring vintage treasures and writing whimsical poetry. Joan saw potential where others might have seen incompatibility. Nancy needs someone who can make her laugh and appreciate her creative spirit. Joan mused during an impromptu phone call with Chalk. "You're that someone." Chalk, intrigued by Joan's certainty, agreed to meet Nancy at a local art gallery opening. The evening unfolded like a scene from a rom-com. Chalk charmed Nancy with a poem he'd written on a refurbished typewriter, describing her as a rainbow that dances across the sky of my mind. Nancy, moved to tears, confessed she hadn't laughed that much in years. Within weeks, they were inseparable. Nancy's paintings began incorporating typewriter motifs, and Chalk's poetry found new inspiration in her art. Joan, thrilled with the outcome, joked, "Who knew a bachelorette could play Cupid better than the Bachelor producers?" Couple number 2, Mark Anderson and Alona Maher. Mark Anderson, another standout from Joan's season, had garnered attention for his intelligence and quiet confidence. Despite his undeniable charm, he left the show without a love connection, claiming he wasn't ready to settle down just yet. Meanwhile, Alona Maher, a former rugby player turned Dancing with the Stars contestant, had captured Joan's attention for her determination and resilience. While Aloma hadn't been part of Bachelor Nation, Joan saw in her the qualities Mark needed to inspire his next chapter. Their introduction was far from conventional. Joan arranged a surprise meeting during a charity event she co-hosted. As Mark mingled with donors, Aloma demonstrated her athletic prowess in a rugby-themed activity. Joan, ever the strategist, ensured they ended up on the same team. The chemistry between Mark and Aloma was instantaneous. They spent the evening strategizing over the game, laughing at each other's competitive streaks. By the end of the night, they were exchanging numbers, and not just for charity pledges. Joan later recounted, Mark needed someone who could challenge him and bring out his playful side. Aloma does that effortlessly. They're a power couple in the making. Fast forward a few months, and Mark and Aloma were regularly spotted at charity events and rugby matches. They even collaborated on a project combining his financial expertise and her athletic background to support underprivileged youth. Couple number 3, Pascal Abdi and Faith Martin. Pascal Abdi, the suave and sophisticated salon owner from Joan's season, had always been a favorite among fans for his charm and refined demeanor. Despite his popularity, Pascal left the show as a self-proclaimed, hopeless romantic. Faith Martin, an alumna of The Bachelor, had long since left the spotlight but remained a loyal supporter of Joan. Faith's warm heart and adventurous spirit hadn't found their match during her season, but Joan believed that was about to change. Over lunch one day, Joan floated the idea to Pascal. Faith is everything you've been looking for. She's kind, loves life, and has a great sense of humor. Trust me on this one. Pascal, skeptical but intrigued, agreed to meet Faith. Joan orchestrated a casual meetup at a winery, knowing both shared a love for fine wine and breathtaking landscapes. The meeting was magic from the start. Faith and Pascal bonded over their love for travel, exchanging stories of their adventures in Italy and Spain. They discovered a shared dream of opening a boutique vineyard someday, a vision they began exploring together within weeks. Joan beamed when she heard about their plans. Pascal needed someone who matched his passion for life. Faith is that person. Joan's growing legacy. As word spread of Joan's matchmaking successes, she found herself inundated with requests from fans, former contestants, and even producers. While Joan insisted she wasn't ready to go full-time Cupid, she reveled in the joy of bringing people together. Her approach was simple yet effective. She focused on compatibility beyond surface-level traits, paying attention to shared values, complementary personalities, and the potential for mutual growth. Joan often joked, "I don't need roses or cocktail parties to see who belongs together." Sometimes it's as simple as knowing the right people at the right time. The couples Joan had matched became fixtures at her gatherings, cementing her reputation as the ultimate love connector. As Nancy and Chalk planned their first joint art and poetry exhibition, Mark and Aloma announced their engagement, and Pascal and Faith prepared to launch their vineyard venture, Joan couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. "This isn't just about love stories," Joan said in an interview. "It's about creating connections that inspire people to live their best lives together." A future full of possibilities. As Joan's influence continued to grow, fans began speculating about her next move. Some suggested she launch a spin-off series focusing on her matchmaking adventures. Others proposed a book chronicling her insights into love and relationships. Joan, ever the visionary, hinted at something even bigger. "I've always believed in the power of love," she teased. "But love isn't just romantic. It's about community, family, and finding joy in unexpected places." Stay tuned. Whether on screen or behind the scenes, Joan Vassos had proven that her journey as the Golden Bachelorette was only the beginning. With her unique ability to bring people together, Joan wasn't just shaping couples, she was shaping a legacy of love that would endure for years to come.